raising the Tobagos. We growing like fresh tomatoes. Them boys on fire, too fuego. We pass it round, hot potato. Everything is new wave. I'm with my sweetie.
Remember, we were supposed to do that thing where you want me to watch that Animeo trailer? Remember that the Pokemon joint? You was like, "Yo, I gotta see your reaction to it." I watched that Animeo trailer. Anemo, man. Hey, that we should have had that from the Pokemon should already be there. I'll put it like that. No, I did. No, it's a 7-minute. No, they show you.
Yeah, you watch the people play. Well, I'm talking about you. I mean, yeah, the trailer, but I'm talking about people watching people play the open, closed beta of it. That shit fire. Like they
show you.
It's like variants and shit.
They got
variants. They got like
they got a new
variants.
one.
They got
because I don't even. Yeah, they got a new one that came out like over the weekend, so it's like almost 8 minutes. Yeah.
What I'm telling you, what I'm saying is the people that played the closed beta played a lot. Like they had there's a lot of games they played. So I'm saying people play the closed beta, you get to see, bro. It's shiny. It's goddamn.
Well, yeah, they got these cards. Yeah, I don't even know what them cards is.
Yeah, but it's all type of shit. And in addition to all like the base building, it's a whole bunch. It's bro. Hey, I mean, we thought Power World put Pokemon in the business. We know how that went, but also Power World.
Power World is still successful though.
Power World was extremely successful, and they coming out with the 1.0 release.
Finally,
I think like next month they come out with the 1.0 release. So
yeah,
it's like Power World was extremely successful, and it was an early access all the time. So it's one of the things, man, where I mean, Pokemon is still gonna do what it does because it's a worldwide brand. It's popular, it's known.
Yeah, it's hard to get people onto something brand new.
But I was gonna say that Pokemon, they complacent when it comes to their design in their game, and if they're gonna be complacent when they design their game, I can guarantee you what's gonna happen is somebody else is going to take their place when it comes to video game marketing.
Ain't it kind of crazy that
but they are
what is it, Game Freak? Yeah, Game Freak is established, but my biggest issue with Game Freak right now is they're so established that they even try to sue people who try to move the needle on the idea of what they have. I said, you can just do this, right? Like you don't have to be stagnant.
Too. They failed.
They did fail.
Too. They failed.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't fail completely, but they failed to get all of their boxes checked that they were trying to accomplish. So I think somebody else is gonna overtake Pokemon as the premier monster taming video game. But Pokemon will always be popular as it is because it's not just video games. It's card games. That is
they have such
the anime. Just the
very very popular IP.
They just opened up a theme park in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Like
but
they got a lot
Pokemon don't have to be stagnant if they didn't want to. Like, and they want to be stagnant, and then they're gonna be like, "How dare y'all try to want more from us?" Like, I'd be so confused at them, man. I said, Game Freak, y'all know y'all can do this. Y'all don't even have to be upset at other people for wanting more. Like y'all been rolling out the same bullshit for a while now.
But I think that when it comes to Nintendo and Japanese people, particularly Nintendo is a Japanese company, right? I think that they are extremely. I mean, this is not in any way me take a shot at Japan, but I think that in Japan and with their companies, I think they are extremely, extremely, extremely territorial when it comes to their IP. They are extremely territorial. So anything that looks like it could potentially be copying them, anything that is a copy, anything that potentially could go down the path of copying, I think that they are very hyper aware of. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they do not like anything making fun of them, anything like even stuff making references. I don't know how that has went past when it came to legal stuff. Like like how some cartoons have tried to do like Dragon Ball and like jokes and spoofs.
Yeah,
And
remember
shit.
that Drawn Together show?
Yeah.
They used to come on like Comedy Central. They
Oh,
did some
bro, that
Dragon Ball
was an
shit.
amalgamation of a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. A lot of their bullshit too.
Yeah, and so I don't know how that works legally, but I do know that in Japan, what we've seen is that they are very, 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 very anti anybody touching any of their shit, whether it's Pokemon or whether it's any of their popular anime, whether it's any of their whatchamacallit, even little shit, bro, like food. They will tell you if you ain't getting it from them, you ain't really getting the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
bro. Instant ramen in Japan, completely different from how it is here.
It is.
And they make sure that you know it because it like what you get here is you can't even get a lot of good shit that they have. I believe I'm not, and I love Asian culture, Asian stuff, Asian food, bro. The amount of stuff that they it seems like that they restrict from us having over here unless you get it exported is crazy. But it's like I think that they are very, very, very. I think they are very fascinated with the idea of making sure that their culture stays within their culture.
Preserve.
Yes,
is the word I would.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that to me. I mean, it's like it's a difference between
we understand
going
it.
out
As black men.
Work. Yeah,
we definitely understand,
bro. Yes, I understand. I understand. I wish that we had been more protective of black culture. Yeah. I wish we had been more protective of black culture. Historically, but of course, we know how that went. It's like now everybody can kind of took black culture and done what they wanted to do with it. But it's like I wish we had been more protective of black culture because ultimately it's like shit. It wouldn't have been tainted and tarnished the way that it has to the point where now it's not our culture no more. Or I would say even if it's not really now it's not our culture, but more so it's like now
you got to look for more authentic.
Yeah, but now that now the way the world see it, people look at our culture and they think of it in a certain way. They think when they think of hip hop and shit, they think of drugs and like niggas with money, like cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They think of a lot of the negative aspect. They don't think of a lot of pioneers who brought that shit up. Who, was really in the trenches. Really talk about some shit in their music. So I see why other cultures be gatekeeping their food, be gatekeeping their music, gatekeeping their
because that's really all they have. Like you gotta, Unfortunately, we made our culture over here with the vulture. Yeah. They at least got to keep theirs in house. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I understand.
So that, I guess all that to say is that Pokemon, is a monster taming genre. That shit gon' hey, I'm telling you, look, Digimon is on the rise, and this
whatever this
and Power are revolutionizing it, because you see what they just did with Pokopia, right?
Yes.
They took a shot in the other direction from what they usually do.
Yeah, like a farming simulator type. Because that's popular. What is? Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Because so you see how Power World coming out, then forced Pokemon to put some shit out that they ain't never ever put out before.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, bro. I love the competition. I love the competition.
We need it because
it drives
Game
Freak.
Yeah, Game Freak got upset because somebody's trying to push the you know what I'm saying, like what they do forward. We're like, hey, y'all can be better. Like that's why that's just where I'm standing with it. It's like y'all can be better. You don't gotta. I want to stop you from making me be the best I can be. That's all I see from Game.
Yeah. And I think that that's what's gonna happen. I know we on a tangent right now. We ain't gave an intro yet, but I was
Yeah.
gonna say another one is like Warner Brothers, with that Nemesis system. Remember they had to write
Yeah.
that Nemesis system. They ain't want nobody else to use that shit. You know why I think they didn't want nobody else to use it? I don't think they were just being petty. I think that they didn't want nobody else to use it because they knew that they did not maximize potential on it. And if somebody else had access to be able to use it, they might maximize potential.
I just read something on that. I think their patents just ran out.
They just lost the rights to it. Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, we probably like 5 to 7 years out from a game being developed using it. But you know what I'm saying? Like I think they was afraid of somebody else using that and making one of the best games ever. You know what I'm saying? Like
they had the potential.
Yeah, so
because imagine like you playing your Souls likes and they had a system of that caliber.
Yes, bro. I can only imagine, man. And then coming back and fighting nigga again, and then nigga like, hey, back for more?
Yeah.
Coming back for more again? You want to lose again?
Yeah, I'm a little stronger from whooping your ass last time.
Hey, them orcs in Shadow of War used to talk mad shit.
Yeah.
They used to talk mad shit. So, yeah, man. But anyways, yeah. So, welcome everybody. I know we was on the whole little tangent. We was having a conversation for this. This is episode 29 of the Anime Up podcast. It's just gonna be me, FM Radio, and David today.
Yeah.
Just everybody got some other extenuating circumstances going on, work, life, Father's Day, and whatnot. So,
oh yeah, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, man. Same to you, same to everybody, same to all the fathers out there that's making it for their kids, doing the right thing.
Yeah. Hopefully your kids appreciate you, man. We're in this a different era, man. These fathers we different than our father. At least I ain't.
Bro, I was at Father's Day, so we just got back home a while ago. And I was just at the table clowning my mom, my aunt, my wife, because I was just like mothers, y'all be so soft on these kids, and don't let these kids experience no type of like difficulty in life. And I'm like, that's the role of a father, But like y'all be quick to undercut a nigga to like be sweet, you know what I'm saying? To be sweet on your kids, like, oh, it's gonna be okay, baby. Come here, mama's here. I'll hug you. Like so look, my son was like, trying to get fries off my plate, and I was like, don't touch my plate. I'm like, I'm eating food. Don't touch my plate. You like I'm that type of person, bro. You don't put your hands on my plate, man. Look, I'm gonna eat all this.
Same.
I'm gonna eat all this. So,
I ordered everything because I wanted everything.
Yes. So he trying to take my fries because he ate all his fries, but he got a whole thing of chicken fingers, a whole basket of chicken. So I'm saying like, you done ate all your fries, but you eat none of your chicken. So I'm like, eat chicken fingers. And so my aunt was like, oh, we just ordered him some more fries. I'm like, no. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He ordered the more goddamn fries. He eats chicken fingers.
Yeah, you still have some.
But yeah. And then look, her brother was picking around his food and like pulled the meat off of his chicken sandwich. He pulled the meat off the bread and just left the bread. He ate the bread. And I was like, you ordered chicken sandwich from the back of the bread. And I was like, what's the kind of sense is that?
You could have just ordered chicken tip.
Like, it was like, oh, it's fine. Like, and I'm just like, no, stop baby these goddamn kids, man. Eat that damn bread. Like,
but if you didn't want the bread, just get tender.
Look, I admit, man, I was spoiled growing up, man. I was spoiled. My mom, she punished me, but she didn't let me experience a lot of things growing up that like I probably should have experienced, like a lot of difficult. My dad, he spoiled me in some ways, but also exposed me to difficulty and adversity, And so he didn't just give me what I wanted, just like that. Like he kind of made me like have to work for it. Like I remember I used to get Happy Meals at McDonald's. My dad was like, "Hey, you can't open your toy up until you eat all your food." And struggling to get them last bites of that burger. When you don't want to eat that burger, struggling to get them last bites of that Burger King because you want your toy. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, you know, it's stuff like that, man. It's forced adversity, but it's like I gotta overcome an obstacle to get what I want. It's stuff like that, man. It's lessons like that. It's like, I guess only that. But it's like you in your mind, you put obstacles in front of your kid, and you making his life hard, and everybody on the outside looking in is just like, just
They
let
don't
him have it.
understand.
It's okay. Like, just let him have it. You don't got to be hard like that. And I'm like, well, shit. Like, yes, I do.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
I do. I am not here to Chicago and nice and sweet and love on nobody. I'm here to be your worst enemy. You know, you hate to see. You know, we like, I'm for real, bro. You hate to see me coming, man. I walk in the room messy. Hey, man, so you go room like this, you clean the room up. You know what I'm saying? I see trash on the floor. Hey, man, so you gonna leave trash on the floor? I can just let him leave the trash on the floor, but I also could say some shit. You know what I'm saying? And be like, hey, man, look, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to clean the trash up. You know, clean the trash up. You know, it's gonna be a problem.
It's a problem.
Somebody else be like, oh, it's fine. He just, yeah, I'll pick it up for him. No, let you pick that shit up himself. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, man. You know, I like.
Yeah. But this is how you keep your house correct when the kids get older and you gotta leave them at home by themselves. I was like, a lot of people forget, like when they get to like 12, 13, you can leave them at home by themselves, but I need the house to be safe.
It's you know, like I said, I'm not here. I'm gonna love my kids, and my kids are gonna love me, man. I'm gonna do my best in their lives and try to make sure I'm always present. You know, like there for them whenever they need anything. But also, you're not gonna like be happy to see me coming if shit ain't all together. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like have all your shit together before I come in the room.
Mm-hmm. That was it. When I walk into the room, I want you to just look at me and be like, I got it, Dad, I got it.
You want them to feel a sense of urgency to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, because they
even
know
when I'm not watching.
Yeah, you know, it's like it would be like the equivalent of like if you're older kid, you high school, college, and the semester's almost over, and I know them grades coming. You know, I know them grades coming, and you look at me, and you know what I'm about to ask you. What the grades looking like? And
you know,
and you act. I say, you know, and it's like you already should have known I was coming with that. You already should have known I was coming with that. You know, I like because who we playing? Who we playing? You ain't playing that with me. You know, so it's, I just feel, man,
you know, if you teeter in between a C and a D, like you know.
Yeah, but you know, some parents might just be like, oh, let's see what happens when we get there. You know, it's like, nope. You know, because if I don't put no fear in your heart, you just don't do whatever you want to do. I gotta keep that fear in your heart. I gotta keep that pressure, keep that foot on your neck. You know. You saw the clip of Brandon Marshall making his son run around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was following him. I was like, I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see not a damn thing wrong. Like, that's extreme for me. I probably wouldn't go that far, but I also don't see nothing wrong.
Moments like that will keep what happened in will keep what happened in Texas. Like, I get the kid was protecting himself, but stabbing is still, you know what I mean? Like, just that whole scenario.
Well, you know, I got my opinions on that, man, based on some more stuff that come out. You know, some more stuff that but you know, it's like, I don't know, man. I agree with you. You know, I can't say that I would or wouldn't, because if it was me in that situation, like, I carry my knife with me all the time now, even as an adult. You know, like, I carry my knife on me. I mean, I carry it so that I can use it as a tool. This is not. I don't care to kill nobody. But if I got into an altercation, and I feel that I gotta protect my life, I know that this is on my hip, and I need to pull it out. I can't guarantee what's gonna happen. I can't say that I'm gonna stab you in your knee and you're gonna survive, with a fucked up knee. You know what I'm saying? I can't guarantee I'm gonna cut you on your hand. You know, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. So I feel that that's kind of like where my stance on it is. Like I looked at it always from the beginning as like a manslaughter. You know, it's self defense, but it's manslaughter because he used too much force. But I'd say that even to bring that into the conversation we're just having, you teach your kids, you gotta teach your kids shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like these that you might get into these situations, and teaching them two different lessons. Right? It's like one, you teach your child how to defend themselves or how to de-escalate the situation, or how what I'm saying, to avoid having to kill somebody. But you also teach your kids not to handle other kids.
Yeah.
So on both sides, it's like you got to teach these lessons. And so I don't know, man. But I feel like we went on a whole another tangent, man. But shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to all the fathers. But yeah, anime wise, man, this week, man. So we didn't have an episode last week because we were all busy. Do you have anything from last week that you want to bring up, talk about? Anything important, man? Anything?
No, we can just wrap everything up because like we can do like the main stuff, like which had basically be 2 episodes, but nothing really happened in the episode going into the trial.
Yeah, so nothing really happened other than the fact that we know the Brim Capsule, because you remember we saw remember when she was peeking over the ledge. One of them was on the
that one that don't got a
cliff.
body.
Yeah, there was the one that was on the cliff, and so. But I was gonna say that the little boy, his master, shitty as hell. He's a shitty ass little master, man. Bro. Shitty ass master. Like he was just like.
I noticed outside of Keyfree, there's a lot of shitty masters.
I don't know, man, but we saw the lady, the teacher, the instructor. She seemed pretty pleasant.
Oh,
she seemed nice. She seemed like.
But I don't think she's a teacher though. I think she's just an instructor.
Yeah. I mean that's true. I guess what I'm trying to say. The wizard or witches outside of Keyfree, I think that there are some good. I don't think they all are shitty, but that dude, like, I'm like, why do you even keep him as a student if he's so shitty? If your student sucks so bad, why do you keep him as a student? And I also feel like
he got the boy shook too.
Yeah, that's why I felt like now I see why Keyfree is such a valuable teacher, because Keyfree actually is paying attention to how each of his students are individually and trying to, help them with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Keyfree is not oblivious to the fact that all his students are different. And this dude was just like you could have helped your student overcome his anxiety.
He gave me Joe Jackson vibe. Like, you stupid boy. Like, you like, damn.
Yeah, bro. It's like
you see he's shaking and shit now that you around. You got him all fucked up, man.
Yeah, you see he got anxiety, and you see in the new episode, all he needed was that pep talk from
the blue hair girl.
Yeah, Riche. Yeah, Riche. All he needed was that pep talk when she was talking about not wanting to, use anybody else's magic.
Man, she had a shitty teacher before Keyfree.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think that's why she get it. It's because she don't want to use nobody else's magic. She want to be 100% original, which is kudos to her. By the way, I mean, look, I like her backstory and her, I guess, her ethos. Like her, I'm saying that on like some Naruto shit, like her ninja way, right?
Yeah.
It's like I like that because of all of the people that Keyfree's teaching, I feel like her and the other little girl,
Tatia?
Tatia. Yeah, they are the ones who have the best idea of who they want to be as witches.
Yes.
Tatia has.
They're not trying to impress nobody. Yes. They know who they want to be already.
Yes.
Oh, the Tatia can't wait to pick out her hat. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like. Yeah, but all she want to do is she says she just want to make that She want to perfect that spell so she can have that perfect fluffy ass cloud
Comfortable.
bed.
Yeah.
You know, and like she ain't like they're not preoccupied with learning forbidden magic or becoming like good fighters. Like they're not looking for that. And I think that that's where I'm trying to. That's why I don't like Agate. It's because Agate seems like she just top chasing to me. You know, like she's like she got a chip on her shoulder.
Well, she does, and she's. I mean, they're going to get into it, but you could kind of pick up that she's trying to impress somebody.
Yeah, she got a chip on her shoulder. She's looking.
Yeah.
She's looking for approval. You know, I feel like I feel she's looking for approval, but she's not looking for approval in the right places. It's like she's trying to impress the wrong people.
Yes.
And so, you know, yeah, I like Riche and Tetsuya, and I like Riche. She want to do everything her own way, you know, and she is not compromising on that. But I think that the little boy definitely benefited from her pep talk. I guess is what you call it, her pep talk or her scolding him, because he needed that too. He needed to realize that he had to do things his way and stop.
Yeah, he already failed twice.
Yeah, but stop. That he needs to stop focusing on trying to do things by the book. You know, he said he memorized all the spells, tried to write them beforehand. You know, he said he had tried to do all these things, right? Try to, make it perfect. He said there's a perfect answer for every question. You know, there's only one answer to every question. He needed her to kind of say, hey, there is not just one answer to every question. There is, you make your own answer. And that's what he did. He went in. Now, that's what kicked me is like he went and revised the spell on the cloak that she gave him.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I'm curious as to what more that he's gonna do because I feel like they didn't just introduce him to us for him to like die or some shit, Like I think he's gonna have a big part to play in this final part.
I feel like where I'm at right now in the story, they don't waste character. And they don't waste moments. Like when when the boy broke his legs, that's gonna come back up. I told you that. The same thing with the boy with the eyes, the boy's dad. Like they don't so far where I'm at, they don't waste any character. So I can't remember, but
it's good. Well, I mean, and then, black lady out like that. I mean, of course, I don't think she dead. I agree with you.
No,
I think he probably put her into another dimension. Kind of like what they did earlier with the when they sent them to that other place where the dragon was. I feel like he probably just transported her somewhere. But I still kind of like guess short end of the stick. She was the instructor. That shit remind me of so many other times that we have seen shit like this happen. Because we saw it happen with Naruto. Like you remember, Orochimaru showed up and took out old girl. What was the girl? What was her name? Because remember he had got to her previously and gave her a curse mark. I forgot her name, man. She became so irrelevant down the line. She became so irrelevant.
Don't she got like vines or some shit?
I forgot what she do, but Orochimaru had met her before and gave her a curse mark. She was already unwilling. What you call it? What do you call it, motherfuckers? She was a plant. She was a plant.
Oh, yeah.
But she was like, she wasn't intentionally trying to set everybody up. She was,
like
Orochimaru,
unbeknownst to her.
Yeah, you know how.
Yeah.
Said when he put that curse mark on you, he can take your body over at any time.
At any time, yeah.
Yeah, you remember he tried to do with Sasuke. But yeah, man, we've seen it, multiple times when we had these type of training arcs like this, or not training arcs, but like not training arc, like test or trial arcs.
Trial arc.
Yeah, like where like there's some type of test or something that they have to go through. We've seen that happen before.
Yeah, anytime there's a test, remember what the tuning exam? You know what I'm saying? Like anytime there's a test, something always hits the fan where you be like, oh, it didn't go the way as planned. I don't even know why they even do tests anymore. Like it's gonna mess up.
Yeah, bro. It's like it's so weird too because it's like they put these people, always put them in like very difficult tests, but they put them in tests in like external environments where anything can happen, and they have very little control.
Yeah.
It's like
knowing the Brim Hats is out there looking for y'all.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming he probably thought they're looking for Coco. So my students should be safe. Now I am curious to why they would even bother them.
I think that Coco's still a target. I think that this is all. I think that they try to create chaos. I think they try to create chaos.
Oh, it's
working. They gonna succeed. They gonna succeed. So I think they try to create chaos. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this season ends.
Yeah. I feel like we only got one more episode too.
Yeah,
we got. So next one is probably gonna be that's what they talking about then. They said next week they got 20,000 different animations in the next episode. It's something crazy. It's a crazy ass number. Okay, yeah. I saw that and I was like, I kind of ignored it, but now that you mentioned, I said, oh shit. I bet next episode is gonna be beautiful. Like that's all I heard.
So the studio that produced it is Bug Film. They call Bug Films.
Yeah.
I hope they pay them folks their money. I hope they pay them.
Probably not.
Because this has been a commercial success, and it will be sad for them to have done all this only to, I guess, experience what Mappa, was experiencing, where finding out that you get paid pennies and dollars for top tier animation. It's wild.
That sounds about probably what happened.
Okay. But what about are you caught up on Reincarnate as a Slime?
Oh, let me see. Where am I? I feel like I'm one episode out. Hold on. 11.
It was good the last 2 weeks, man.
I ain't do the battle with him and old girl. Okay, so I do have a question since I'm almost caught up. Old boy's still kind of bad.
So Yuki?
Yeah.
Yuki is not horrible.
Like a part of me, he was down to kill Rimuru if he could.
He ain't horrible.
But then he realized he couldn't. He was all right, well, I guess I.
So let me explain Yuki to you because he ain't horrible. So the first thing is Yuki also was reincarnated into this world.
Yes.
From what you call it. He was reincarnated in the world. Similar to Rimuru.
Yeah.
Right. But in Yuki's previous life, he was actually like a super genius. From what I heard other people compare him to, they compare him to like Yacht. Like
okay,
that level of like genius. And so he had an amazing life as well, like family wise and whatnot. Like just he had a really good life. Smart, athletic, charismatic, all of it, right? So apparently a drunk driver kills his parents, and the suffers very little consequences for it. And so he kind of like devotes his life, the rest of his life, to trying to fix the system that like made this whole scenario play out in the first place, which essentially is the guy who killed his parents, it was an accident. The guy was working too many hours. He was overworked. He was so Yuki was like, we need to make sure that this whole scenario don't happen again. So people don't need to be working these extra hours, shit like that. Yuki wanted to dismantle the system from the ground up, not just saying, I gotta get this guy back. He's saying, I gotta get back the system that caused this guy to fall asleep at the wheel and kill my parents and make sure this don't happen to nobody else. So that's the type of mindset that he was in. So when he died, he reincarnated into the current world, story. He, kept all his memories or whatever, but he was not given a special skill. He was not given a special skill.
Well, but technically, it would be kind of a special skill.
That is the key, is that he already was insanely smart. That is his skill. When he came into this world, he already got what he already had. He wasn't given some random special skill like Rimuru was, as a slime. Rimuru was a slime was given a special, he had his special skill from the very beginning.
It was a great save.
Yes. So Yuki came to this world and basically said that his goal was to become king of the world. But he didn't want to do it the same way that Rimuru is doing it. He's doing it basically by saying that I'm going to operate in the shadows, kill who I need to kill to make it to the top, and kind of like he's doing the Game of Thrones. He's doing the Game of Thrones. He's playing the game and manipulating people as he sees fit. That new episode come out today too. But anyway, all that's to say that Yuki is not pure evil. He's like the flip side of a coin. If Rimuru was on one end,
he said he's like, I want to do it. I want to do it my way, and then whatever size that put me on.
Yes, but his way is like morally great. He's willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goal. But his goal isn't to be evil. His goal is to become king of the world so that he can make it perfect. So that's you. That without spoiling anything for the future, that's you. That's his story. That's why he is the way he is. He was never under control of greed, by the way.
I know. He said that. That's yeah.
Yeah, but he acted like he was. He acted like his people knocked him out of when they talked to him. Right. But he was never under her control. And yeah, I mean it's a lot, man. There's a lot to it. It's a lot to it. But also when he said that when greed didn't work on him, and he told her, he was like, yeah, it's not gonna work on him. He was like, my greed is insatiable. That's what he's talking about. He wants everything. He wants to be king. He wants to be at the top. So that's he's too greedy because he wanted it all.
Yeah.
He's not settling for nothing. So her greed could not work on him because she could not fathom how greedy he truly is. Which why he was able to take it from her. So yeah, man, but also his special skill, yeah, and also his special skill, anti-skill, like I said, that's something that he made. He made that. He made that to protect himself, from I think what he said, he wanted to protect himself from any threat, any external threat. So yeah, he a genius, which is all that could come back to Rimuru. Comparatively, Yuki is actually smarter than Rimuru.
Right. Well, Rimuru is not that smart.
Rimuru has
Raphael.
Yeah, and he said it during his most recent episode. He said, I need to stop relying on Raphael for everything. I need to start figuring some shit out for myself. Yeah. He actually says that in the newest episode. So, yeah, man, yeah.
I'm gonna watch that. I think I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow with my witch hat. that come out tomorrow too.
Yeah, and that's the gist of really what happened this episode. I mean, other than the fact that Chaos Dragon. The Chaos Dragon is essentially like Malim's father. So essentially, Malim, they tell you the story. When the world began, it was like 4 true dragons, and Malim's father was one of them. Malim's father, split his power when they gave birth to her, and then when he split his power, he gave power to her, and he put the rest of his power into the egg, and then so the egg eventually hatched into Malim's friend, right? But that's like that's her father's power in the dragon, So it's like I like you can understand why it was hard for Malim to kind of like go all out.
That's your pop.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not her pop, but it's her best friend's body and spirit and the powers of her father in it.
Man.
So it's almost like her sibling, I would say. Closest thing to be her sibling. Because like I said, he split his powers between Malim and Ed. That's so she she's that's why she's a true dragon, as well. But yeah, man, it was dope though. The animation is high tier, high quality.
We gotta talk about One Piece after we talk about Damon. I think I done put like 50 episodes in since we last talked.
Well, let's do One Piece last thing. So let's talk about Damon in the Shadow Realm, man, because now I'm confused. So I thought blonde hair dude with the sketchy Damons might have been the guy, might have been the evil guy. Now, like shit, this nigga.
Now, yeah,
he might not.
He did go see the uncle though.
Yeah.
No.
He went to go see the guy got the glasses. The blonde guy that was that had the butterflies. That's what I'm talking about.
He went to go see their uncle.
Their uncle. You talking about? Oh,
the one in the purple suit. And remember the dude with the swords that was on at the compound? He was at the dude's house. So I still think I still think he got something to do with it. Because remember, like I feel like the uncle hired those people to go he hired them to go kidnap both of the twins, and that shit didn't work out. But shit, man, he got to the village. His swords is crazy. Yeah,
the fact that
I ain't gonna lie though.
The fact that his demons aren't in his sword is crazy.
Do they deserve to get a break? They were talking about how could we kill the kid to give him seal. That was kind of fucked up.
I think that everybody in the show is operating with a moral break. I think that that's why I say I don't know who's good or bad, because everybody's operating in a sketchy group. So it's like
the only people I can trust really is Yuri and Asa. Yuru. Like you can only trust the twin.
I think the girl, the chop girl. I think she's loyal to Asa.
She's loyal to Asa, but she's not loyal to Yuru. Unless Asa say, "Hey, I need help here," then she'll be like, "All right, I guess." She still feel a way about him because he did shoot her. Yeah.
They could have killed him.
But that was crazy too.
They could have killed him because all the room like, you sure? You sure it's right? Man, he was like, it's all good. And I'm just kind of like, but niggas like you, that's surprising. That's surprising for somebody who operate in the shadows and don't have no identity. It's surprising that you would take that chance.
But it's his connection to his predecessor. Yeah, so I think that's what really spared the boy. Cause you're like, damn, man, that's my sibling, man. And you be like, all right, fuck it.
It's wild to lead up to it. Because at first she was like, who's your mother?
Yeah.
Like, who's your mother? He's like, yeah. For you, I don't know about that. I don't know,
Yeah. Oh,
he thought
dog,
that was his son.
the girl that he fake married, she
Yeah.
was probably my favorite part in the whole show. Like when it came to him, she was like, "Yo, you left the house, went gambling, and had a love child." I was like, "Jesus Christ, yo."
Hey, at first I thought that was his son too. I was
Yeah,
like, damn. I was like, this nigga got a long lost son here, you know.
that little gray hair strip was. I was like, "Oh shit, it do look like him."
Yep. Yep.
And damn, it explains his dark skin too. I forgot what he said his mother was.
Yeah, he says his mother is from she African. I forgot.
Yeah, I know. I forgot what country, but it'll come to me eventually. I was like, oh, that explains his darker hue, that melanin. But no, it was another information dump. For these last two after the fight, just getting us information. You met the shaman. He explained some things.
I was say his mother Ethiopian.
Ethiopian, yep. So I'm gonna say I know it. When I heard it, I was like, oh, that explains his dark hue. Yeah, he do.
Dad knows something. He got good taste. Got good taste, man.
He's still out there. I know he is.
Yeah. Oh, he did say that he didn't die. He said that, yeah. That will be interesting. Yeah, man. It's just that village they can't catch a break, bro. So I mean, like you say, I mean, they might deserve it, based on what what their intent was.
Yeah, because they ain't been on the up and up either, yo.
Yeah.
But it looked like it's gonna be a good fight up there.
Yeah, I'm curious with that little girl. They was hiding. They was acting like.
She's somebody's Damon.
Yeah, she's like she about to fight.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was curious. Like, what's she like? Who is she? What she was doing down? You think she's a Damon?
Yeah, she's somebody's Damon.
So who you think her? Who you think is the other end? Who you think?
I don't know.
Our counterpart.
I don't know. I would have to watch the end of the episode. You know how at the end of the episode they always give you like 2 words that's basically gonna pertain to the I don't know, but I think it's the old lady's Damon.
Oh man, bro, I was like, damn, whoever did what they did to the grandmother, that's crazy. When she called the grandmother, and the grandmother was talking, and she was like,
those 2 little spider face looking things, and she just kept repeating the same word.
Yeah, but I also peeped it. I said it's the same thing every single time. Every time you call me, same voice, same cadence, same tone, all that. Like the same thing every time. So whoever
that was
somebody already got to him. I don't think that she's dead though. I don't think she's dead because you saw they had a bunch of cocoons up on the ceiling. So I don't think that she's dead. What I think is that they probably, got her. They got them under some type of hypnosis.
Yeah.
But
I wonder how many times have she tried, and if they've had her for a while, how long have they had her, and why have no one went over there to go save her?
I think it's risky. It's risky, because I mean, it's like, you going into the what do you call it? You're going
the unknown.
There. No, not the unknown, but you're going there knowing that there's a threat. You know some shit is wrong.
Well, you wouldn't send Asa, but they got agents, right? You would think they would send some agents to try to go.
Surprised they had already did something. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's true.
The way they were talking at the beginning of the episode, they was talking real reckless. Dude was like, "Hey, 2 people died, don't got relatives, don't got no names. Shit, hey, like we can." They said we can use those identities. Mark them alive. That's what tell me that they not on the up and up with these type of situations at all. So You know,
Ain't nobody on the up and up, yo.
To kind of just cavalierly talk about it like that, as if like these identities, people, personalities or whatever, like didn't matter. That these people just almost like these are blank slates. That if I
Yeah.
say you, what do you say? Find this 16-year-old girls with no family and no identity or some shit. He said hard. It's where he said he was trying to find identity for Oxford and other.
Yeah.
He said it's hard to find 16-year-old girls out there with no parents and some shit. I was like, damn. I was like, y'all just be kidnapping motherfuckers off the street or some shit.
Probably not kidnapping, but if they found out that they're dead, hey man, go ahead, go get that paperwork for us real quick.
Yeah, that's savage. That's savage to me. So
yeah. Don't tell nobody.
I would not be surprised if they've been sending folks and them folks didn't come back alive. They don't seem concerned. Yeah, man. It'll be up.
Yeah,
I appreciate the pace that the story's moving. A lot of people feel like the story's moving too slow. I appreciate the pace.
You see the uncle when he was like, "Yo, uncle, you should come by the house." He like, "Why?" So and so. He like, "So old dude could read off my." He like, "Hell no." I don't blame him either, dog. He be like, I know I do some shady shit. No, are you crazy? Yeah. He could read your whole ledger just by touching you. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Too much for me.
All of them.
Still got you look a little suspicious, you know, couple eyes on you, shadows on your face, shit, you know what I'm saying? You look a little suspicious, but really it wasn't until when he came above ground, remember he stopped at Tokyo Kuhil before he left. Remember he took the glasses off and then flicked his curved hair back.
Yeah.
Niggas like this is niggas you need to watch out for. That's a suspicious ass nigga. He
Yeah.
too pretty looking.
Walk around with them damn glasses on. Yeah, man.
Bro, that quick.
Just to whoosh your hair.
All he do is take the glasses off and flick his hair. Just put a little twist in his hair. I was like, this shit. Yeah, no. No. And then the flashbacks, when you look at the turn back pendulum and all that shit. And this nigga has been doing this shit all these years. Shady. Shady ass niggas, bro.
I feel like everybody. Okay, you remember when what's the dude's name? Deca? Whatever his name is that's watching over Yuru, right? Remember he was talking to the he was talking to the shaman, right? Remember he said something about he like, do you have him? He like, yeah, he's down here. Remember the shaman looked like the way they zoomed into the shaman's face, he looked out of his glasses. I'm like, everybody is fucking shady, yo.
That village, they might not be on the.
I don't think the village is. I don't think Asa's people is. I don't think like the brother, the uncle, no. I don't think his parents on the up and up. We still don't know where they at.
Yeah. Damn, I had my mic way, way far away from me. I don't know. I'm surprised you can even hear me.
Yeah,
the whole time. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's interesting. I love the pacing of this story, bro. Honestly, I mean, I know a lot of people probably don't like the pacing. Probably feel like it's too slow. I like the pacing, bro.
Because by the time we get into the nitty gritty of the story, all the world's gonna be built out, and you don't have to do that part.
Yeah, but if this is not a long series, I don't know how long the manga is, or how long the manga is gonna go. But if this ends up being similar to like a Demon Slayer or like a Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man, and we only get like 200 or less chapters, I would not be against that at all, because I don't feel like, I feel like this pacing is good for a series if we was to get a couple seasons out of it, like 3 or 4 seasons, So
I'm thinking if it's like 200 chapters, I'm thinking 3 seasons. That would be a nice, short, concise, and y'all don't gotta drag it out, and we don't gotta wait like 6 years to get 4 seasons. Like, I'm kind of cool with that because it's a lot of good shit out.
Right now, it's on 54 chapters is out right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, 54 manga chapters. It's selling really good too.
It's been because it's new. It's new.
The sales is really good. They got 4 million copies in circulation total right now. This was as of 2025. But yeah, so the manga has 12 volumes. Yeah. Okay. All right. So So the manga has 12 volumes released right now, but there's some chapters that have not been put into volumes. So total right now released in total is 54 chapters. So solid. That's a solid number, right? So like for what we got, I feel like we probably halfway through that right now.
Yeah.
So this whole
they got to dial it back a little bit.
Hey, well, no. Look, hey, bro, what they could be doing is doing the shit that we should have been doing the whole fucking time when it came to this anime and manga shit, where we should have realized that once we got to this point in which we're doing these seasonal animes, these 12 episode seasons, these 24 episode seasons, whatever it may be, these cores, these split cores, what we should have been fucking doing from the very beginning, once we realized that was going to be the new format, was making these series alongside the fucking manga. You know what I'm saying? So yes, make your manga be 10 chapters ahead. That don't give nothing. We don't give a fuck about that when it comes to the anime, because when you look at it, it's like, if I can make a 24 episode anime and that keeps, and I can end that season slightly before where you are right now in your writing, I can give you a year or 2 or 3 before I come out with the season 2, and I can adapt everything that you're writing from that point too. You know what I'm saying? So that essentially you're staying one arc ahead of me at all times.
That's how
I feel like it should be done, because we grew up in the time when that's not how it was. You remember
they
Bleach?
Waited till damn near the whole thing was over.
Yep, Bleach, Naruto. You remember fillers would hit at the most horrible times. They would leave us on cliffhangers. Yep, they would leave us on cliffhangers and all type of shit. It's like just so they could get ahead. So yeah, I don't want to be in no times like that no more, bro. I don't want to be in no times like that no more. But I also don't want to be in a time where we got to wait years and years for a new season. So I think that they should keep the momentum and just stick with the story. Stick with the story as closely as possible, so that we ain't got to wait forever, but we are also giving the manga time to develop and grow. So,
Damon.
Yeah, man. Wistoria, bro. So, well, how you feel about the most recent 2 episodes? Because I told y'all this shit was going, I told y'all it was going to slap, man.
Yeah, it picked up.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, that it was a short. I told y'all it was a training arc. It really wasn't a training arc. It was like 2 episodes. It was like 2 episodes of character development and training, and then
I ain't gonna lie, man. His training was just unlocking his memories.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the part that he was doing with Julius also helped. Because but I mean, true. Unlocking his memories. But Julius was the one who presented the idea to begin with about anchoring.
Let me get
magic.
this. So let me get this straight. Like, he has something in him that basically stores magic.
So yes, so his like his anatomy is special. Cauldron explained. Basically, he cannot produce magic. He cannot produce magic outside of his body, externally. You know how everybody else can cast spells?
Yes.
Will cannot produce magic spells outside of his body. He cannot produce magic. It's kind of like the same thing that you saw with, like Asta and Black Clover. Asta cannot produce magic, but he also has anti-magic in him. So, it's like producing magic is one thing, and Will cannot do that. But what Will can do, thanks to his special anatomy, is that he can store magic, anchor it into himself. Into his weapon, and he can access that magic through his memories. What we see, we see him like accessing it through like a book, but that's not really what's happening. He's accessing it through his memories. Dave, it'd be like me or you remembering what hot feels like, and then using fire magic.
So this is like a lack of a better term, like Taskmaster.
I mean, something like that. Well, I mean, so yeah, he can access the magic that he has seen in the past or felt, that's been used against him. So I mean, in that way, that yes, it is very much so like a Taskmaster. He can access a slew of different elements of magic based on what he's been hit with, and has kind of like has understanding.
That's pretty OP.
So what you've seen, of course, what he's done, with Elfie's magic, right? Is that he has a
very close relationship with her.
Yes, exactly. So he's gonna do it with more magic later on. I mean, he's gonna do it with a lot of different people's magic. You gonna see he gonna do a lot of different people's magic later on.
Yeah. So the more he has access to, the more dangerous he can become.
Yes. And also, not for nothing, but it's like, yes, he can anchor magic himself. He can prime it or whatever whatever he called it. But
now, what's his limit to this though?
So I was gonna say that he can do all that himself. He can anchor magic himself, but that's not his most powerful usage. His most powerful usage is taking someone else's magic and then anchoring it from there. So, like when he did it with Elfie, when Elfie set that sword down, and you remember and you remember he took it, or like when Zeo shot that spell at him and he anchored his magic too. That's the most powerful way that he can use this ability. But if he doesn't have anybody to provide him with an external source of magic, he can anchor it himself from his memories. It's not as powerful, but he can do it in any
capable.
moment. Yes, well, in any moment. It's more versatile. It's more. It'll be like if I, had a handgun, and that was what I had all the time on me, and I could produce bullets in it, but it's like it's not as powerful. But this is what I got all the time. But then you could give me a rifle, and I could use that too, but only if you give it to me. So I can use this more powerful form, but I got to have an external source.
We did kind of skip over and slime too. Him giving him guns. Yo.
Oh, nah, I skip over it, bro. I thought we talked about it. I don't remember. I
didn't get to see it until just over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yo, homeboy, I'm thinking in my mind, you can fight.
Yep. Got to like that shit. He liked that shit. He had that shit like boom, 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 boom. I was like, this nigga been training. He been at the range.
Yeah,
he been at the range. But yeah, man, yeah.
That last fight though, like you just seen it. God,
yeah,
yo.
Yeah, man. I like seeing the maximum, like what we would expect from the highest tier fight. Like I don't care, like we don't gotta get like the highest tier fights right now, but I like seeing the peak of what we are like the potential, because that's what I appreciated about Demon Slayer. like when Rengoku fought what's called Akaza at the Mugen Train, like the Mugen Train with the Infinity Train, or whatever, the Mugen Train. When he fought him, we got to see the peak of like what fighting was at that point. That was a Hashira versus one of the upper moons. So we really got to see what they, what we could see later. So I appreciate when they show us these things, man, because nobody just wants to see the lower tier, lower level people always in their fights the whole time. If I know that you got upper echelons, I want to see what the upper echelons can do.
I've been noticing shows that we've been watching lately gives you that. Like One Piece did it kind of early when you got to see Mihawk beat the shit out of Zoro.
Marineford. When you saw, but when
that was late though. Like Marineford was like damn near 700-800 episodes in.
No, well, Marineford wasn't that far in.
It was, wasn't it?
No, Marineford wasn't that far in, bro.
When Marineford ain't that where Ace died?
Yeah, but that wasn't that many chapters in.
It was
400.
Okay,
Marineford started at 460 chapters in.
That's a lot, bro.
I'm just saying.
On the average TV show,
that's early. That's early in the perspective of the whole series. That's early. So I'm just saying insane. I mean, if you really want to go, if you want to talk about early feats of power,
Marineford started at 459. That's insane.
But no, I give you this, bro. If you want to talk about early feats of power, like just us seeing the, like early feats of power, I would say folks like Crocodile and Enel.
Naruto did it with Kakashi.
Yes,
you saw some cool shit early.
Yep, when Kakashi fought Zabuza, yes.
Yep. You saw some nice peak shit.
I agree.
My Hero Academia did some cool shit early with All Might and them,
With Jujutsu Kaisen, we saw Gojo early on, get busy.
Yep.
So,
they show you right kind of like in the first season, you be like, oh shit, that's some serious shit.
Yeah, when he fought what's his name? Jogo. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
And he teleported Yuji across the map, and then they popped up. And then remember Jogo popped his domain expansion and Gojo broke right out of it. I mean, I like to see the peaks. I like to see the peaks, at least even just a little bit, just to give me a taste of what is possible for a series. So
Chainsaw Man did some cool shit early.
Yeah. We just got it, it's like, I think the problem too is like when you introducing the stronger characters early, you kind of suffer your story suffers if you don't showcase them, like at a certain point. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like if we was to see, I'll use an example, right? Black Clover. If we didn't see none of the Magic Captains ever fight until like way, way late in the story, it would have been like, oh, well, finally. But also it would have been like, damn, we've been waiting a long time for this. And that was how I felt in Bleach. You remember when they got the Soul Society arc? And you remember we had been waiting for the captains and they'd been teased us. All we had ever saw was Byakuya do that shit where he slashed Ichigo that one time. That flash step, that's all we had seen. But, our first time seeing captains fight each other, not fight each other. Our first time seeing captains fight seriously was not when Ichigo fought Kenpachi, because remember, that wasn't a serious fight. I mean, to me, that wasn't a serious fight. The first time we saw it was when Kenpachi, Komamura, and Tozen did that three-way. They did that three-way fight?
Yeah.
and Kenpachi beat both of them. Kenpachi beat both of them. I think that was our first time seeing like, oh, these niggas just went all out. 2 captains used their Bankai in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our first time. What was that? Our first time seeing Bankai? I think that was like our first time seeing Bankai in that whole arc.
Yes,
that was like our first time seeing Bankais. So, oh no, actually, Captain Kuratsuchi versus Yoryu. That was the first time seeing Bankai. That was a good fight too, though. You know, between them two, because that was peak. But
yeah, Bleach has some amazing fights.
Yeah. But you want to see the upper echelon niggas fight, and if you hold back too far on it, it just kind of makes it like, damn, you know, when are we gonna see these guys? When are we gonna see the big people throw hands? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you wait too long, your power scaling suffer too. You know, if you wait way too long, because it's like it's a lot of characters in One Piece that we still ain't seen go all out. You know, that you kind of wonder.
Listen, dog.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Nico Robin going. I'm at the part where she went to her little demon form and beat. Yo, she crippled the old girl. Yo, she just twisted her ass all up. I'm listening like, God damn. All right, Nico.
Yeah, and, you know, when that first happened, a lot of people were theorizing that she had used hockey. But of course, we, you know, later on, now we know she didn't use hockey. But a lot of people were theorizing that she had used hockey in that moment, because you remember her demon was like black.
Yeah.
You know?
But yo, she crippled the old girl up.
Still bad. Though. And that's one thing. That's another thing too, bro. Like when it comes to like power scaling and like how, like, as the series goes on, how some of these things can hurt your story. One of the things that's hurting One Piece right now that a lot of people are complaining about is the fact that we still have a lot of straw hats that don't know hockey. They don't know no type of hockey, you know, because it's kind of like assumed that, you know, when you look at a lot of the other crews, that hockey is an essential.
Yeah.
In the new world, you know, most crews have a lot of hockey users in their upper echelons.
But I feel like they don't need it. But when they finally get it, or if they even show us them get it.
Well, yes and no. I think that the reason why hockey is so important is because a lot of characters in the upper echelons is Logia users, you know? And so in order to, you know, fight Logia users, you kind of got to have hockey. But I do understand the other part of it is like, everybody don't need all that. Because, for example, they gave Usopp observation hockey, but that kind of matches with his character. He's a marksman, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we don't need him to have armament hockey. It would be cool because his dad has it, but he doesn't need it, you know? I think I think that it don't fit with his character, because Usopp is such
Shanks and them crew got every damn thing.
Yeah, but I think that Usopp character is like, you know, he's a coward. So giving him armament hockey, I don't think it fits with his character to give him armament hockey. But his dad got it. his dad, that nigga. You know, when he shot that bullet at old dude crew and blew up their whole ship with one bullet. Not even a cannonball, bro. One bullet. One bullet blew up their whole ship. It was Bartolomeo. He blew up their whole ship with one bullet. You know? So, yes, it's like some of these things fit with, you know, like from, you know, I guess like a character element standpoint. It's like, you know, Brook, you would love to see him have hockey. I think that, you know, it would fit for him, you know, that be able to have like armament hockey.
Yo, Brook is quietly one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he
subtly.
Yeah, I like Brook too. I like when Brook gets serious, because when he gets serious, he locks in. Locks in.
He's
like
very dangerous when he gets locked. When he locked
in, he reliable. I like his reliability.
He'll get you out of something, or he'll hold. He can hold the line if you need him.
Yeah. Frankie, I don't think needs hockey, because Frankie's dangerous because he's smart and he can manufacture a lot Like he can manufacture a lot of stuff.
He can get you out of shit too.
He's smart. He's smart. He like Vegapunk smart. So I don't think he need hockey, but it's like when you look at some of the characters like Robin and Nami and Chopper, you kind of wish that they had something.
Robin would benefit from hockey. If she could at least use it like in her attack.
Yeah, I agree.
Robin feel like she would be a glass cannon.
I agree. So it's like, everybody don't need all types of hockey, but I feel like some characters would benefit from certain types more than others. I feel like Chopper having observation hockey would be good as a doctor. Somebody who, doing surgery.
He need observation and armament, I'm be honest. Yeah. Because Chopper seemed like he find himself in a fight a lot.
I think, yes, I agree. I think that would be dope. But I think also as a medic, I think that he kind of like he don't fight if he don't have to. So I don't think that would fit with his character because, when you look at the different types of hockey, part of it is also your personality because you got to have a certain mentality to be able to use it. Like armament is like the embodiment of like focus. So it's like,
is Bleach not on Crunchyroll?
Bleach is on Crunchyroll. Oh no. You know what? Bleach might not be on Crunchyroll because Bleach is owned by Disney, so it'll be on Hulu. It's on Hulu. That might be the problem.
I typed it in. It was like, I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, it's on Hulu and Disney Plus. But it's like different types of hockey. Embody different types of things. So it's like observation hockey is like, the pinnacle of, what do you call it? I don't say observation because it is observation hockey, but it's like the pinnacle of
like the way you see things.
The way, yes, exactly, the way you see
your
things.
Perception.
Yes, perception. That is the perfect word, bro. Because you remember Katakuri could see into the future.
Mm-hmm.
But Usopp, he could see really far distance.
He's a marksman, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
He don't miss.
Yeah, so he can see really far distances with his. So it's all about perception, but armament is all about focus and resolve. And so it's like, and of course, conquerors is something that not everybody can get. Right, that's only a certain number of people have conquerors,
But that's the upper echelon.
That's the top tier niggas is gonna have conquerors. That's gonna be your top tier niggas. So, it's not really. I won't even say that. It's not even really your top tier niggas because you remember when Luffy was in Dressrosa. What's his name? Don. Was it Don? Don Chinjiao. Don Chinjiao. I don't know if you remember him, but he was the guy who had the funny looking head. He had the funny head, and you remember
the
Luffy.
And they bent it.
Yeah. They bent his. He had a pointy ass head, and they bent it.
Yeah.
You remember he had Conqueror's hockey. And he said back in his day, in his prime, he was squaring up with Garp and them.
Mm-hmm.
So like it don't got to be your upper echelons, necessarily, but for the most part, it's definitely your upper echelons for the most part.
Yeah.
But all that's to say, man, the power system in One Piece is, I hope that he start focusing on getting this story done because the power system suffers from power creep a little bit. We so far into the story, a lot of people have not fought or had serious fights. The power creep is real, and we don't need this story to last too long because at some point it's going to become harder and harder to explain why some people win fights and other people lose fights. For example, like Luffy got Gear 5 now. How many more gears we gonna have before the end of the story?
Yeah, like after a while you're gonna be like, all right, now we
don't need no damn Gear 7. We don't need no Gear 7 and no shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta wrap the story up at some point soon. But yeah, man. So you're seeing all the fights, man. It's
I am.
This shit.
The Zoro fight is right now is super, super dope. I'm at the part where Sanji is trying to figure out what's wrong with him and why he don't feel
human. Why he don't feel
Yeah.
human? Because he's
Yeah.
not. Because he's not. He's not. That's what's crazy, bro. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy about this shit. You know, like we spent all that time where they was acting like Sanji was a failed experiment. You
Yeah.
remember they was acting like Sanji was the only one that whole family that did not inherit no enhancements. You know, because of his, you know,
From
the
anything.
robotics. What do you call that? Cybernetic shit or whatever. That's the
Yeah.
that
That's
robot
his
shit.
brothers got. Brothers and
Yeah.
sisters.
Yeah. They spent all the time acting like he was the only one that didn't inherit no shit. That nigga in real time, that nigga's realizing that I'm not 100% human. You know?
Something, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like, and he said he started feeling it once he put that damn suit on.
Yep. That's yeah, that's exactly what it was. That suit awakened his latent abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But even Queen, which is actually one of my favorite villains, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, he is funny as hell. But he was like, yo, your leg is on fire. He like, your daddy did something. Like, he just said it. Like, he like, that's not realistic, dog.
Yeah.
He was like, I burn hot. He was like, okay, man. He like, I see you ain't listening. I like Queen, yo. Queen is dope.
Yeah, when his eyes popped out of his head when he what was it when Big Mom was it when Big Mom was cutting him and then nigga eyes popped out of his head?
Yeah. I like Queen, yo. Queen is hilarious. But I will say one thing about One Piece is One Piece really don't have to be over 1,000 episodes. Like, I know I've been in Wano for a while. Man, it's a lot of bullshit. That's all. I am enjoying myself, but I know bullshit when I see it. I said, "Oh, we still playing? All right." Like, even when Luffy came back out the water, he talking about, I need to eat meat. I said, we don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think no one saw that and was like, oh man, you know what y'all gotta put here? An episode where Luffy just eats to recharge.
Hey, this the shit I was talking about. This the shit right here.
Hey, Queen is the man.
That nigga was spooked like fuck.
Yeah.
Anytime you see somebody eyes pop out of their head.
Yeah. And you don't never see that in One Piece. Like, One Piece don't even have that kind of vibe unless it's like either him or Chopper. Chopper be making some faces.
Well, you see it right here, up here at the top. It's like 6 panels where characters' eyes popped out their heads.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Nah, Queen is a dope character. I agree.
Yeah, he talk mad shit too.
Yeah. As a what do you call it? One of the generals, I guess. For Kaido.
Yeah.
Have you seen where his he modified his own body? And where his brachiosaurus form.
But yeah, and then his neck
he can extend his neck and shit. Yeah, that shit wild. And then
I ain't gonna lie.
He also got the the pacifista shit. The beams.
Well, yeah. That he got like his tail, claw, some other shit. But I ain't gonna front, man. Shout out to Queen because he's carrying this fight. He's the only. If it wasn't for because of course Zoro and Sanji gonna give you the good dialogue when they near each other. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, King is a boring ass motherfucker, dog. Yeah. Queen is carrying this fight.
Well, so King. I don't know. You say King's a boring dude, but it's super important to the story though, because King is they talk about King's lineage.
Yes, they did.
He's a Lunarian, and you'll see how that matters later on. I mean, I don't know if you have spoiled yourself completely on that, but you'll see how that matters later on.
Yeah,
you'll
so
see how that matters later on.
Because as long as this fight's been going, they've been fighting for 60 episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Queen is carrying this fight.
Yeah.
Just through his dialogue, his presence. It's almost like I don't know if you ever watch wrestling, but how some wrestlers needed The Rock or whatever to help sell, you know what I'm saying, sell the moves. And Queen is carrying this fight.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, because damn, Kaido's daughter. she's dope. I thoroughly enjoyed her.
Yeah. It's you know, it's funny how, you know, you say Kaido's daughter, you know, because a lot of folks gonna be like, hey, don't be misgendering, Yamato.
Well, but she do it too though. Like she say she's
we know
she's Odin.
We know what the fuck Oda was doing. You know, I ain't, you know me, bro. I ain't like, I can only go so far with the you know, with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call it like it is, bro. Oda knew what the fuck he was doing, because when he drew that character the way he drew her and shit, no, you ain't, no, we ain't. Let's not play this game, Oda.
Well, I know what she was doing. She's so inspired by Odin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That she was like, I am you. Like, I want to embody everything with you.
But talk about talk about she's
that's where the
Kaido's
buck
son and shit.
But yeah, but that's where the buck stops.
So it's like, you know, like, no, like you Kaido probably wanted a son, and
Kaido played the shit out of her too, though. Like when she was growing up, and the dude who helped her,
locked her up.
That. But then, hey, man,
yeah,
it was 3 samurai that was in that tomb.
What you observed?
One of them,
he turned them into giants.
Huh?
He turned them into giants.
One of them looked real familiar, yo.
Like who?
The one that used the voice of Zoro.
He looked like a descendant of Zoro's, or not descendant, but a ancestor.
What Zoro looked like? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was super obvious.
So people have theorized that Zoro's lineage
might come from
Wano,
which would hence his love of the swords. Just naturally, he takes to the sword.
Yep.
So I'm surprised. I mean, hopefully they pay that off at some point. But I mean,
I don't think that they are, because it's not key to Zoro's story. You know, what's funny is Zoro just one of those characters who you don't really need to give him a deep backstory, a deep understanding. Like,
you're right.
What we know for him now is all we need to know, for real. Like, at this point, because it's like he don't need it. He don't need.
But if there's a way to make Zoro even cool,
I agree. I'm just saying we don't need this epic reveal for Zoro. Like, he's already just cool as fuck, and he's know who he is, and he's secure in who he is. He don't need this like epic major development to tell us who the fuck he is. He already knows who the fuck he is.
He's probably one of the greatest main MCs.
Yeah.
I
agree.
It's only a few people that's in the class of their own. Him, Bakugo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a few guys. Vegeta. Yeah. There's only a few guys who's in the class of their own.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. 100%. You know, it's some characters who they, when they are on screen, they
was it Fujigoro?
It's some characters when they are on screen, they command presence on screen. That's why Luffy and Zoro are very rarely ever fighting together or on the screen at the same time. Is because it's hard. You cannot have them together doing anything at the same time. You know, when they was up there fighting Kaido, how many chapters? That shit was
dope.
How many chapters was that? You know,
I don't know, but it was it was at least a good 10 episodes.
But that's the first time. That's the first time we ever seen them team up for a fight.
I know, and it was seamless.
Yes, you know, so you can't have your two main niggas on the screen at the same time fighting too long in any given series. Like, it's just not. It's not. It don't lend itself to nothing, because, like I said, how much? You know what a very similar comparison is Yuji and Todo in JJK. Todo is 100% secure in who he is. Needs no character development. He is who he is. The whole fucking series, bro. He gets no character development. He's just who he is, bro. Toto is just that nigga, beginning to end. But Yuji is the one who's unsure about himself and struggling, with, like all these different, scenarios in his mind and all these things.
Yeah,
but Toto,
well, he got it.
But Toto is
he
the
kind of
perfect
came
partner
into
for
it.
him.
Yeah, he kind of came into it though late in the game, kind of like how Coco is and Witch at. Like you come into it too late in the game, you gonna be dealing with some identity issues.
But you know what I'm saying is like when you got a character that just don't need no extra or nothing. Like he is just who he is, ain't perfect. Because of that,
Utah's kind of the same way.
It's special. Fucking Mustang from Full Metal. Mustang needed very little screen time, very little character development because he was cool as fuck from day one. You know?
Yeah.
You knew
who he was.
He went blind, and that's the most development we got at him the whole series.
Hey,
was when he went blind.
That was so fucked up too. Though.
Yeah,
he came in. He was like, "Yo, why is it so dark in here?" Yeah. I'm like, "Damn."
But that was the most development we got him the whole series, bro. But like, you know what I'm saying? You appreciate those characters sometimes because everybody loves
all of those Full Metal characters, like Mustang, not Mustang, Armstrong, and
yeah. But we appreciate when you get a character that moves the story along. When you get a character who has a very deep backstory, or they have ties to a major plot point. We love that. But we also love niggas that just don't need none of that, and they just be who they are, and they just appear, and they appear, they do their thing, and they disappear.
Yeah.
Like Finn is that right now. Finn is that right now in Wisteria. Then nigga popped up, did what he did, and now he just a background character because he can't pop up for everything, or else it's gonna
and the little part where it was like, yo, you had something to do with that gem and that sword. He was like, I had to slide by
the
real
doors,
quick, you know what I mean?
The doors made that sword special for Will to help him anchor it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, that's all I really, man. I ain't really had too much, on the slate. You want to talk about the best? What you want to say?
Oh, yeah. You don't watch Vox Machina, do you?
I haven't watched the most recent.
I think I asked you.
Okay. I haven't watched the most recent stuff.
Hey man,
I'm not caught up. It's solid, ain't it?
It got me in my feelings. I'm gonna be honest.
I believe it
because she get a little too serious because those are main characters.
Yeah.
And when shit start happening to them, man, it really messes with you. Like my stomach is still kind of fucked up a little bit.
Damn. Yeah. I understand, man. Some series is like that, bro.
Yeah.
I also watched that Baki. I watched that newest season of Baki.
Yeah, you said you liked it.
That shit was fire. Hey, that shit was fire. Hey, that nigga, what Musashi? That nigga went on a damn rampage. He got done fighting Pickle. He fought Pickle. Fought Pickle and won. They cut his ass up real bad. And also, they did not spare on the animations or the gore. This arc.
This time around?
This time around. Yeah, he cut that nigga Pickle up so bad, and then won the fight, and he said, "Hey man, look, this fighting life ain't for me, bro." He was like, I need more. I'm on a journey. I'm trying to figure out something, about myself. He essentially is like on this never-ending journey to, learn more and more about the sword and shit. But long story short, the nigga goes on a rampage throughout the city. The police try to stop him, try to bring him in and detain him. The nigga starts slicing up police officers, cutting niggas' heads off and all type of shit. They were ready to start a war with this nigga. Like I'm talking about like a legit war. They were ready to go out to war with this nigga, like to send the whole damn police force at his ass. And he was just walking around the city, just taking niggas out. Cutting niggas up. Finally, fucking Baki, in the end, Baki fight him and win. And they sent it
Damn,
sold
how
back.
long was the episode?
It was the season was like 8 episodes, something like that.
Damn. Oh, they brought the whole season out.
Yeah, they bring the whole seasons out.
You know, Netflix every once in a while sometimes trickle shit out.
They split the cores.
Yeah.
They split the cores, yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, it was dope though. It was dope. Dr. Stone is on the second to last episode. Shit's bittersweet, bro.
I thought it was over.
Nah, one more episode of Dr. Stone.
Did you watch it?
I'm caught up, so I'm just waiting on the last episode. It's not.
I gotta get caught up, man.
Last episode is this week coming up.
Yeah, Donald told me they found out why everybody turned to stone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, personally speaking,
I don't know yet. Don't say nothing.
No, I was gonna say personally speaking, the story. I would say the story wise, like I enjoyed the journey, bro. I enjoyed the journey. I have no qualms with the ending. As I've seen. I mean, I haven't seen everything because I ain't spoiling myself on this. I did not read the manga or nothing. So what I'm watching on the anime is all I know. So I got one more episode left, until the end. We got one more episode left to the end. It premiered this week. But I'm happy with it, bro. I'm happy with it, man. I've been seeing a lot of people complaining, and I'm like, man, I realize people is never gonna be satisfied with nothing, bro. Because
I haven't watched any of it.
Yeah.
So I got 59 episodes to watch.
Yeah. Well, enjoy it, man.
60 if it's one episode left.
Look, enjoy it for what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to compare it to no other shit. Just enjoy it, bro. Because it's such a good series. I enjoy it
for what it is already.
Yeah, it's such a fun it's such a fun series, bro.
Yeah. I like it for what it is. I'm literally on like the move. Like that's where I left off that special episode or whatever with the dude with the ship.
His father. Yeah.
So
he talked about the episode about his father. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's a good series, bro. I'm
probably gonna start it out.
It's even. It has it. It has it all, bro. It has a decent amount of action. It has a decent amount of mystery to it. It got you learn a little bit. The character development in this fucking series is top notch. Oh yes, it's top notch, and even that should get you in your feelings. That should get you in your feelings, bro. Like it's like some of the stuff from the last season and this season, bro. It'll have you in your feelings so bad, bro. So bad. So yeah, I'm very happy with where that series has went, man. See, but yeah, man. Yeah, anything else you want to mention?
Nope. No.
All right, man.
It's been a good week.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, we can wrap it up, man. We can go and wrap it up. All right, so it's been episode 29 of the Anime Podcast. Not nephew, brother-in-law. His mom picking him up. But yeah, man, episode 29 Anime Podcast. It's been real. Anything you want to say, David?
Oh, no. Man, I don't got nothing to say, man. Peace and much love to you, man.
Peace out, everybody.
I beat by Joby, feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi, cause I'm a star and they can't hold me like I'm Kobe in the fourth. Yeah, nothing is ever forced. We headed straight to the source. No middleman, little man. Let me show you if you was lost.